you want to develop a robotic application, so here you are going to write a separate code for running your process of any robotic application. So if you want to run our robotic application using our robot operating system, you can adopt any one of the two language. So it is wide, the C++ and Python is widely used, so you can use any C++ or Python. So in C++, the computation speed is high, but it is difficult to make a prototype using a C++ code. So if you prefer Python, developing an application using a Python is more easier compared to C++, but computation takes more time compared to C++. So there is the advantage, disadvantage of C++ and Python. But you can use, if you are familiar with C++, you can use C++. Otherwise, you can switch on to Python. So it will be more easier and easy to code. Whatever the code you are planned, it is easy to code using a Python. So today we will see the basic of Python. So we should know basics of Python and how we can program in Python. What are the options and syntax used in the Python? So initially, Python is more suitable for making a prototype in fast manner. So here there is in Python we have shell. So inside the shell, you can so here this is the single command. So this is a single command, print hello world. So print is used to print the content which is enclosed in your quotation. So in this quotation, I have used the string. So this string gets printed once this command is executed. So here in Python, you can execute the certain command, each and every command one by one. Otherwise, you can group those commands in a single file and you can execute. So these two way we can execute the Python. So print hello world. So is the one of the command. So it will print whatever the string which is mentioned and inside the code, single code. So here once this command is executed, so here in the next line it will show the result of that command. So the result of the command is hello world. So in simple way you can execute the single command. So if you want to create a certain node which contains a group of command, so you have to create a Python file. Inside the Python file you can group your commands for a certain application. So once you have saved that file as a Python file, you can call that file and run that file. Okay, we are creating a Python files. In the first line, we have used the certain command hash usr bin environment. So this is nothing but it is called as a shebang. So this command is called as a shebang. So here we are setting the current file as a Python environment. So we are setting Python as an environment. Okay, so once we have specified this command inside our file, so that file is specified as a Python environment. So here once this command, the following code gets executed using a Python interpreter. So here I have created a set of code under the name of the file is hello_world.py. So this is the file name of my Python file. Okay, so if you want to execute the hello world.py, you have to specify Python hello world.py. So directly it will execute the command which is mentioned in the certain file, Python file. So inside the Python file, there will be a set of command. So it will execute when we use this command. So Python hello world.py. So we will get the result in the next line. So there is another way of executing the file. So first way, you have to use this command for executing the Python file in robot operating system. So this is the another way of executing Python file, chmod +x hello world.py. Okay, so once we execute this command, the corresponding file is changed to executable file, and then using the certain command in ROS, you can run that file. Okay, ROS run, using ROS run package name, and follow that package name. You have to specify the file name of your Python file. Okay, so using that you can run your code. So initially we can in C or C++ you can use your variable. So whatever the variable you are used in your program, you have to initialize or you have to define those variable while starting your program. Here I am having a variable number. So this number is a variable. It should be declared before it is used. So you can declare this number variable as a string or integer or float. So it usually we use this kind of declaration in C++ or Python file, but in C++ or C program. But in Python programming, no need to mention the data type. So you don't need to mention the data type of the data, data type of the corresponding variable. You just directly you can assign data to your variable, whatever variable you are used in your program. You can directly assign the value. So based on the value, it will consider its corresponding data type. Okay, so here number equal to 10. So you are assigning the value 10 to the number variable. So this 10 value, Python are able to recognize that the number variable is a integer data type. So in the next line, number equal to double quotation, I have used 10. So this double quotation indicates the string. So here in the second line, the number variable is considered as a string variable. Okay, so no need to specify your data type in Python program. So it will automatically recognize the corresponding type of the variable. So wherever you are using the corresponding variable in your program. Next one, Python introduction. The Python variable inside the Python variable. So you can here what in C++ or C, you are going to at the end of every command you are going to put semicolon. Here you don't need to put semicolon. So if you are specifying semicolon, you are separating a command in the Python programming. But in C++ or C, if you want to terminate the line, corresponding line, you have to specify the semicolon. So here you don't need to specify the semicolon at the end of each line in the Python program. And here in Python programming language, we'll be using a array. So here in C++ used to we have array. The array variable can store a list of data members. So here data, but here we call list and tuples. Okay, so list is similar to the array in C or C++, but here we will call list and tuples. So list is nothing but it will have the n number of values. It may be an integer, it may be a string. Okay, while declaring your list of data as a list, you can't update in your program. You can update the value of list in your program. Okay, so here list here I'm using a list in Python file. So list m equal to 1 2 3 4 5. Inside bracket I'm using 1 2 3 4 5. So each and every number is assigned a some index. Using that index, you can get the value of the corresponding list. Okay, so list contains a set of data. So that those set of data is called, or we can retrieve those data using by specifying the index. So as we are using array in C, here character char a of 10. Okay, so after that I'm specifying a certain string. Okay, so if you want to get the data inside the string, the assigned string value, so a of 2 means the second character of the entire string. A of 5 means fifth character of the entire string. So similarly, using in array, using the index value, we are getting the data. Similarly, in list, using the index value, we are getting or updating the data. But you can't update the data for tuples. So here for tuples, you can't update the data. So list and tuples is same. It contains a set of data arranged in a manner, and each and every data is assigned with some index. So using that index, you can get the data of the list or tuples. But list can modify. You can modify your data presented in the list, but you cannot modify the value contained in your tuples. Okay, so but both are same, but the modification is not possible in case of tuples, but list you can update the data wherever you want. You can update the data in the list variable. So here first element in a list can be accessed by the subscript 0. Second element similarly 1. You have to specify 1 for accessing the second value of the second element of the list. So here let me see the example. Number underscore list is my list variable. Inside the bracket I have specified 1 2 3 4 5. It is separated by, each value is separated by a comma. So if you want to print the variable, so print number underscore list. So this entire list is printed. If you want to print any one of the value of the value inside your list, you have to specify the index. So print number underscore of 0. So it will print 1. Here if you used 0, it will print 1. If you use 1, it will get second value of your list. Okay, so the indexing starts from 0 and it will increment for each and every value specified in the list. Next, number equal to, so here this list is assigned as a string. So similarly you can declare an array variable in integer data type or string data type or character data type. Okay, but the same way list may have different data types. Similarly integer, string. So the second example shows the string declaration of your list. So number equal to 1 2 3 4. So each and every value or element in the string in the list is whose data type is string. Okay, so here those values are specified under double quotes. So here this is called as a string data type. So same manner you can get the data by specifying the corresponding index value. By specifying the colon, you can play around different way of accessing the data inside the list. So print number of 1 colon. This way of specifying the index gives you here it will get the data from first index, and the remaining data we can get, it will omit the 0th element, and from first element it will print all the element in the corresponding list. Similarly you can 1 colon 3, which means it will print the first element, second element and third element. So you can get each and every element, and you can get one element or more than one element or entire elements. So those kind of accessing the element in the list is possible. So the next one is, apart from list and tuple, there will be another kind of list. So that is called a dictionary. So here in list and tuple, we are specifying the elements inside the bracket. So for integer type, you have to use this kind of bracket. So parenthesis, inside the parenthesis, you have to specify the string value. So this kind of bracket is for list. This kind of parenthesis is for tuples. So if you are specifying this kind of bracket, it will be considered as a dictionary. So here you have to use 2 value for each and every element. So the first value is considered as a variable, and the second value is considered as the value to this variable. Here dictionary is called, it contains a value and variable. So in this way you can have the list. So if you want to print the dictionary, directly print dic, and if you want to get the key, so key is nothing but variable. So I have mentioned the variable. So print dic key is 2 1. If you want to get the value of the dictionary is by specifying dic dot values. So using the value function, you get the value of the dictionary. Using the keys function, you get the value of the corresponding variable. So if you want to get any one of the value inside the dictionary, you have to specify the key, the corresponding key. You can track the value. So print dic. Here inside the bracket, I have specified the key. 1 is assigned to the corresponding key 1. So it will print a value 1. So here for third function, the output will be 1. And the next one, so handling input and conditional statement in Python. We can use similar to C and C++. We can use if statement, if else statement. So whatever the conditional if statement is used in the Python at the end of the conditional statement, end of your condition, you have to mention the colon. So this colon, after this colon, you can use indent, and inside the after the indent, yeah, you can specify the list of statement which is related to your the previous if command. So here, so robot underscore command is equal to raw input of enter the command. So here, from similar to C, in C we use scanf for getting the data from the user while running our program. So similar manner we can use raw underscore input. So this function is to get the data from user. So raw underscore input is one of the function for getting the data from user, and another one is directly you can specify input inside the input function. So these two functions to get the data from the user. What is the difference between these two functions? The raw underscore input get all kind of data type, but input function get the integer data type. So whenever you are used input in your program, so this input, the input function will only get integer data type. So a raw underscore input function will get any type of data type. So you can enter a string input or float input or integer input, whatever data type you can choose. So here in this program, robot underscore command equal to raw input, enter the command. So here I can use any type of data type value. So here I have used the string value. So robot underscore command is equal to move left. So robot underscore command only get string value, move left, move right, move forward, or move backward. So if any one of the string input will get by this Python file, the corresponding the statement will get executed, and this statement only provide the printing value. It will display the corresponding function. So here actually while entering the move left, the user, if user gives move left, so the robot is not moving left. Okay, so here this is not command for controlling our robot. So this is only just checking the condition, and based on the state of condition, it will print the corresponding string. Okay, so this is not actually implemented in the robot. So for this example purpose, we have used we have specified robot underscore command. Okay, so this is not controlling a robot in left direction or right direction. This is just printing the corresponding motion. So here you can use if else. So here inside if else, 4 times you have used, sorry, 4 times you have used if else. So for move left, move right, move forward, move backward. So if there is no, your input is not related to these 4 words, it will print invalid command. So in this way you can specify the input, and you can here in the same example you can know how to use if statement. And we have the another function or syntax statement. So loop and loop. So inside the loop you can use while or for loop. So here we don't have, in Python we don't have do while, so it is having only loop and for loop. So this is the syntax for while loop. So while expression, you have to give the condition. So when the condition is satisfied, the following statement gets executed. So this is a simple example for while. So here I am getting the initial position of robot. So robot X and robot XY position is assigned, the initial value is assigned to robot underscore X and Y variable. So if these 2 variable is less than my specified value, so here I have checked 2 different conditions. So here inside the between the 2 condition, I have used the command or a word and. The while statement will be a true, or the statement will execute only these 2 condition gets true. So if any one of the condition gets false, it won't execute. If both the condition gets false, it won't execute. The statement is not executed. So whenever both the condition is true, the following statement get executed. So the statement will be the increment value of just the variable gets incremented, the corresponding portion gets incremented. So this the portion gets continuously incremented up to the mentioned value, the 2. Okay, so this loop gets executed 20 times. So once it reaches, it will whenever while condition is executing, it will print the current portion, and this condition is getting false, it will print reach destination. So another one, Python for loop. So here for I, so here you can use variable in sequence. So what type of sequence we are going to use? So 100 to 0 or 0 comma 100, 0 comma 2 comma 100. So every it will increment by, so based on this we can use the for loop. So similar, the previous example is written in for loop. So for I in range of 0 comma 100, so robot underscore x plus equal to, so here your robot portion gets incremented, this I gets incremented. In default it will incremented by value 1. So if you are specifying the incrementing value, so between 0 to 100 you have to specify the incrementing value, so 0 to comma 100. So based on this you can execute the for loop. So inside the for loop or while loop or if condition, the indentation is necessary. So in C++, you can use indentation, but it will not considered as a error. But in Python, you can use indentation. If you are missed for specifying indentation, it will show an error. So in default, it will, while writing a program in Python, so the code looks neat. So in for loop, so whenever your if condition is satisfied, so it will print a reached destination and it will break from for loop. So here function. So how can you use functions in C++? Wherever you have used same kind of mathematical function in your program in more than once. So if you want to use the same mathematical function more than once in your program, you can replace those code and written as a separate function. So just calling those function, the certain code is executed. Okay, so every time you have to call that function by specifying the name of the function. So similar manner, we can use the function inside your Python programming. So here in C++ or in C, you can create a function. So initially you have to declare a function, and then you can define your function in below your main function. But here in Python, you have to define your function before it gets called. So the whenever the corresponding function is getting called, before that you have to define the function. So function definition is nothing but the set of code is written inside your function. So you will be specifying the function type, an argument inside the function. You are going to write a set of code and you are closing that function. So that kind of definition is to be done before your function is getting called. So here the function definition is specified first before it gets called. So here the main function is defined here and main function is called here. Here the forward, backward, left, right function is defined here, and after that, after defining this function, I am calling the left, right, forward and backward. Okay, so this is the way of defining function and calling function. So if you want to use a global variable, so you can prefer the class. So you can use a function. So here the robot has to move forward in different condition. So every time you don't need to write the forward function. So you just write the forward as a function, and you are getting a forward function, or you are calling a forward function wherever it is required in your code. So handling exception. So it is nothing but here just we go to the example, variable equal to input, enter a number. So here you are going to enter an integer number. So it is assigned to the variable var. So first try. So always handling exception is the try except. So it will have try and it will have except. So inside your try, you are going to use a certain statement. Inside your exception, you are going to use a certain statement. So initially, try is always executing. So try, inside the statement under your try is always executing, but the exception is not executing every time. Whenever the try gets an error, so the statement under your try function gets an error. So if error occurs, it will execute and it will call an exception. Okay. Otherwise, if there is no error in while executing a statement under try, exception is not called. So this is possible. So if you want to, if there is an error in your input or in your program or in your set of code, if you want to show an error message, you can use the command try except in your Python program. So another important thing, the class. So class is most usable, mostly used in creating a robotic application in Python. So here, so if you want to use a global variable, so here one variable is declared inside your function, one function. So in another function, you can't access that variable defined in some other function. So if you want to access some variable common to more than one function, you are able to declare a corresponding variable as a global. But so instead of using a global variable, you can go for class. So class is more suitable. Try to neglect using a global variable. So class is more suitable for those options. So here you are able to get variable attributes. Attributes is data and function. So these three things you can get it from one function to another function. Okay. So this is possible when you are writing a certain code under a class. So here class should have class should have class name. So class, we are specifying the name of the class here. Robot is the name of the class. So once you have specified your class, you have to use a colon command. So inside your class, you can declare a variable. You can define a. So you can declare a variable. You can define a function. Okay. So before that, whenever you are creating a class, initially you have to create a constructor of that class. So constructor is one of the function which is always used whenever you are creating an object for the class. That first it will execute a constructor. Okay. So ஒன்றும் இல்லை, ஜஸ்ட் வந்து கிளாஸுக்கு ஒரு நேம் கொடுத்து கிளாஸ் கிரியேட் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க. ஸோ இங்கே வந்து initல ஆர்குமெண்ட் செல்ஃப்னு கொடுத்துருக்கோம். ஸோ இந்த செல்ஃப் எப்போ என்ன பண்ணும் அப்படின்னா, இட் வில் இனிஷியலைஸ் தி வேரியபிள். ஸோ டேட்டா மெம்பர்ஸ், ஒரு கிளாஸோட டேட்டா மெம்பர்ஸை இனிஷியலைஸ் பண்ணும். எப்போ அப்படின்னா, எப்போ வந்து இந்த கிளாஸுக்கு ஒரு ஆப்ஜெக்ட் நான் கிரியேட் பண்ணணும், மெயின் ஃபங்க்ஷன்ல தான் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் கிரியேட் பண்ணுவேன். ஸோ அந்த ஆப்ஜெக்ட் எப்போ கிரியேட் பண்ணணும், அப்போ வந்து இந்த கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்டர் கால் ஆகும். இந்த கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்டரோட வேலை என்னன்னா, நான் வந்து ஒரு டேட்டா வேல்யூஸை வந்து இனிஷியலைஸ் பண்றேன். ஸோ ஒரு ரோபோட்டுங்கிற கிளாஸுக்கு உண்டான ஃபங்க்ஷன்ஸ், டேட்டா மெம்பர்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்து இனிஷியலைஸ் பண்றது வந்து எப்போ நடக்கும் அப்படின்னா, whenever we are creating an object to the certain class. So for that, every time you have to use the constructor once the class is defined. After that, you can use a variable, or you can define a variable or function. So here நாம வந்து function எப்படி நம்ம C ப்ரோக்ராம்ல function நாம டிஃபைன் பண்ணினோம். ஸோ இங்க வந்து ஃபங்க்ஷனை நம்ம கிளாஸுக்குள்ளேயே டிஃபைன் பண்ணிக்கிறோம். அப்பதான் வந்து ஒரு ஃபங்க்ஷன்ல யூஸ் பண்ற வேரியபிளை இன்னொரு ஃபங்க்ஷன்ல நான் யூஸ் பண்ணிக்க முடியும். ஸோ def move underscore forward self comma distance. So here always in every function you have to use self. So that is the constructor of your class. So after that self, you can specify the argument whichever required for the corresponding function. So here the distance is my argument. So whenever this forward function is supplied with the some value to the argument, so this value is retrieved here in the definition function, and it will be printed in the string of distance. So this distance is the integer value. It is printed as a string. Okay. So robot moving forward 2 meters. So it will print like. So robot moving forward, string distance is 2. It will be changed as a string. So 2 meter. So there is no space. And similarly, robot moving backward 2 meter, robot moving left 2 meter, and robot moving right 2 meters. So all are 2 meter. The value passed as an argument distance to forward, backward, left, right is 2. So here, whenever you are here, you have created object. So here you defined all the function, and at the end you are creating a destructor of your class. So every time you have to create a constructor and destructor of your class. So it will initialize the value, and here it will deinitialize your value. So in main function, you can call the variable specified in your class, or you can call the function specified in your class. So here, before going to use the variable and function, you have to create a object for the corresponding class. So for creating an object to the corresponding class is obj. So it may be any variable. So in the robotic வந்து ROB ங்கிற variable வச்சு object கூட create பண்ணலாம். ROB nameல ஒரு object create பண்ணலாம். So எப்படி create பண்ணுவோம் அப்படின்னா அந்த class name வச்சு நாம create பண்ணலாம். So object equal to obj equal to robot of, and then using those object you can call variables and function defined inside the class. So obj dot இங்க ஏதாவது x y அப்படிங்கிற வேரியபிள் இருந்தா object dot x object dot y equal to 2 3 அப்படின்னு ஸ்பெசிஃபை பண்ணிக்கலாம். அந்த வேல்யூ சேஞ்ச் பண்ண முடியும். You can get those value, and you can get those function. அந்த ஃபங்க்ஷனை காலும் பண்ண முடியும் அந்த ஆப்ஜெக்ட்டை வச்சு. ஸோ அப்போ அதுக்காக தான் நம்ம வந்து கிளாஸ்ங்கிறது ரொம்ப போகும்போது கிளாஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணி கோட் எழுதுறது தான் வந்து பெட்டர். யூ கேன் பாஸ் அ வேரியபிள் கிடையில கன்ஃபியூஷன் வராது. ஃபங்க்ஷன் எதுக்காக யூஸ் பண்றீங்க, என்ன பர்பஸ் யூஸ் பண்றீங்க, அது ஈஸியா கால் பண்றதெல்லாம் வந்து ரொம்ப ஃபெமிலியரா ஈஸியாகவும் இருக்கும். ஸோ ஃபார் தட் யூ கேன் யூஸ் கிளாஸ் based function or class. You are going to write a code based on using class. So then you can if name equal to main. So main function is your main function. So the main function தான் main function அப்படிங்கறத நம்ம ஸ்பெசிஃபை பண்றோம். So அதுக்கு தான் வந்து if name equal to main. So another one, Python files. Creating a robotic application, you may use different sensors. So you have to log those sensor data and save it in your any file. Okay, so for that you have to use how to store the data in your file, how to retrieve the data from the file. For that you should know the Python file. So text equal to, so here I am assigning a string variable. So text equal to raw, enter a text. So here I am entering a text. So the first line is getting a string data from user. So once user enter the string data, the file underscore object is the variable, and so here whenever this variable is called, it will open a file whose file name is test.txt. So here open is used to open is the function which is used to open your text file. You can make a write or read. Okay, so how can you make a write or read? By specifying the argument w plus, you are writing the data. If you are specifying or instead of w plus, you are reading the data. So open function is used to open your file, and you can perform certain things like writing or reading. But for that you have to specify another argument w or r. So here for this file you are creating one object. So this using this object you are accessing the function dot write of text. So here already text having a string data. So the string data is passed to the function write. So this write function performs the writing operation to the test.txt file. So here hello world, hello robot is the user input. So the user input is assigned to the text value, text variable. So hello robot is written to the test.txt file. So and then you can close the file using the same object. So this is similar to object created for the class. So open is a class type of class. So here we are creating an object. So same object you can open a certain file, and you can make a read. So text equal to, how can you read? So here file object dot read line. So read line is your function to read your text from the any file, and it will be called using a object. So file object dot read line, and it will be assigned to the variable text. So text equal to file object dot read line, and then print text. So it will print a text hello robot. So in this way we can write a file or read a file. So another one is modules. This is already while creating a topic we have used this module. Module is nothing but in Python program some function is described as a module. So using those module name you can import those functions in your currently writing current program. So if you want to write any program, there are some predefined modules are available. So if you want to access those function or variable in those module, you can use import function. So import syntax value or import command, and you have to specify the module name. By specifying this, you can access all the data, attributes, and function inside your module. So if there is a list of classes in a module, so மாடியூல்ல நிறைய கிளாஸ் இருக்கு. எனக்கு வந்து நான் ஒரு ஸ்பெசிபிக் கிளாஸை மட்டும் நான் வந்து இம்போர்ட் பண்ணிக்கிறேன் அப்படின்னா from module name import class name. ஸோ அந்த மாடியூல் நேம்ல எந்த கிளாஸை மட்டும் நான் இம்போர்ட் பண்றேன். ஸோ நம்ம இந்த மாதிரி ஃபங்க்ஷன் நம்ம ஆல்ரெடி பார்த்துருப்போம். ராஸ் டாபிக் கிரியேட் பண்ணும்போது from std_message is my one of the module name. So inside the module name I have used the class twist string integer னு போடலாம். இதே geometry_message க்கு நாம வந்து twist அப்படிங்கற கிளாஸ் நேம் இன்க்ளூட் பண்ணுவோம். So same way you can use any one class, you have to use the second function. So from module name import class name. So this is the way of accessing particular class inside your from any of your modules. So these are the important functions and syntax and modules which is widely used in Python programming. So you have to practice these things.